Hello fashion lovers, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's class we'll be learning how to make this beautiful dartless skirt, and also we'll be making use of waist allocation method and hip allocation method, which other people refer to as contouring method. So if that's what you want to learn, let's get into class. And I'm going to be measuring the length of my skirt. Then also at the bottom, like you see me do, I'm measuring the folding allowance for my skirt, folding allowance. Then from the folding allowance, I measure the length of my skirt. I measure the length of my skirt, like you see me do. The length is 44. So that's the first line I've drawn. So the next thing is for me to come down by the number of the band you want to make use of. For me, I make use of 2 inches. So I came down from that first line. I came down by 2 inches, like the way you are seeing me do. I came down by 2 inches. So from there, you can see the way I place my tape measurements. I'm measuring my hip line. Also, I'll be from there to I will be measuring my new length measurement. New length measurement. Please use your own measurements. Measure yourself, measure your client if you are making it for someone. So that's what you are seeing me do. I'm going to connect the lines together. Now we are going to into our waist allocation method. Now for this, now you can see the way I centralize the circle over there. That was why I folded the excess. I will have used hip divided by 4 plus 2 inches sewing allowance, but I want that circle to be at the center. That was the reason why I folded the excess, because I need to follow the pattern to get a perfect shape at the end of the project. Now the waist allocation method for the front is total waist divided by 2 plus 0.5. Then for my client, our waist is 35 divided by 2, which is 17.5, then plus 0.5 to give me 18. Then I divide the 18 by 2 again, it will give me 9. That's what you saw me marking. Then since we are cutting directly from our fabric, I added my 2 inches allowance straight down. So for the hip, total hip divided by 2 minus 1, then you divide your result by 2 again. For me, this project is 44 divided by 2, it will give me 22 minus 1, which is giving me 21 divided by 2, that is 10.5. That is what you see me mark. Please use your hip measurement and follow the method on the screen. Then that's what you see me do. Then you mark also your sewing allowance, please. It's very necessary since we are cutting directly on our fabric. Then we move straight to the nail measurements. Now for the upper part, I added 2 inches, 0.5 rather, 0.5 to join my band to my skirt. Now for the nail, if divided by 2 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3, depending on the person you are sewing for, you can minus 1, you can minus 2, you can minus 3. Just follow if divided by 4, please. If divided by 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So I think for me, I used 2 here. So what to measure at that nail length, you take it down to the hem of the skirt, then you connect together. You connect it together like so. Then the next thing is for us to cut. Now I folded the down part, I folded it inward like so that I will not have a kind of shortage at that edge. That was the reason why for folding that part inward. Then we are going to cut, right? So I also folded for me not to have a shortage. That was the reason why for that, folding it up before I cut through. Now I'm going to unfold. You can see the circle, it fall at the center. That was what I was trying to explain the other time. Now the next thing is for us to fold our fabric again. Then I also centralize that circle. Now for the back waistline, I place my front into it. For the back waistline is waist divided by 2 divided waist divided by 2, then minus 0.5, or better still, just use your front waist, which is 9 for me, minus 0.5 to give me 8.5. You can see the way I place my tape measurement. Just measure it like you are measuring it backward, like so. Now for the hip, just place your staple at that side. Just follow what I'm doing. The one we remove from the front, we're adding it back to the back, and we are adding it at the zipper side of this skirt. Remember, zipper side, not at the side, the zipper side, which is the back side. Then we join them together. Then from your nail, you can go up by 4 inches or 3 inches like so, or better still, from the hip, you can come down by 8 or 9. So I think 8 is okay. Then you connect like so. Then from there, you roll it down straight. You mark it straight down. Then the next thing is for us to add our zipper allowance. Don't forget, we are cutting directly on our fabric. You have to add every necessary allowance that you need to. So if you're adding to from the hip to the waist and to the downward, please let it be equal. And for this project, I'm making use of 2 inches, and I'm marking like so, and I'm going to connect everything together, and I'm going to cut out. And the next thing for me to attach my lining to this, I'm going to do this off camera. I'm going to attach my lining, and also I will cut out the 2 inches rather I added for my folding allowance from the lining, please, not the fashion fabric. I'm going to be cutting it out, and I will show you what I have. So please, not the zipper side, for you to know the zipper side, because after unfolding this, you are going to discover that both the side and the central back, they're going to look the same. So I've already cut my lining. Then also, like I said, I'm going to be removing 2 inches from my lining also. So, and from the skirt for the front, I'm going to be removing like 1.5 from this center of this skirt, and that's what you are seeing me do. I remove 1.5 for it to have a shape at that tummy side, to be able to accommodate the tummy. So we are going to drag our lining to the hem and sew it, also sew it at the side for both front and back, and I'm going to bring it back. Now we've done, you can see the effect of that 2 inches we removed. I've already attached my lining here, and I'm trying to show you the effect of that 1 inch we added at the zipper side. You can see the way it full up. That is the contouring effect. And we are going to be joining both front and back together, and we are left with 1.5 inches. We are left with 1.5 inches, so that's what we are going to be taking. Then the next thing is for us to attach our band. Now remember, we have our zipper rubber, 1 inch rubber. Then you remember this, we remove 2 inches from it, so I cut 5 inches, 5 inches for the band. Then I folded a half inch up, then I iron it. I've already used my interface on it, and we are going to be attaching that to our skirt now, because I've already joined the front and back together. And just from the right side, I folded from the right side of the skirt is facing the right side of the band, and I'm going to sew it down. And please, if this video has been of useful for you, please like, share to other soulmates, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I have the excess at that band. I'm going to cut it off like so. So just see the way it's going to be done. Now the next thing is for us to attach. Before we close it up, I'm going to input my elastic band with this. So I marked 3 inches from the side. I measure 3 inches towards right and 3 inches towards the left. Then I cut like 3.5 inches rubber length, 3 inches rubber. This is a 1 inch rubber. So you can see the way I'm cutting it. So I'm going to show you how to fix your elastic band also. I just try to use a yellow chalk for it to be visible. That's all. For it to be visible in the camera. So I'm going to do it to the other side too. I just want to show you this. So I will sew it down on that 3 inches to the left, then drag it while sewing it down. I'm going to drag it to the other side that I chopped. Just watch me. Now the next thing is to attach zipper, and mind you, the zipper is going to stop at that crease line. We are not going to sew it completely to the band. You can see that crease line I'm pointing at. That's where the skirt is going to stop. I'm going to stop at that edge and do the same thing to the other side and bring it for you to see. So I've done the other side and I'll do the finishing up. I'll finish it up, then I'm going to teach you how to cover it up to have a smooth finishing over there. Then I have here says for my zip, I'm going to cut it off. Then just watch me the way I'll be doing it. You fold your band, the remaining band facing each other, that is right side facing right side. You bring it towards the back, then you sew it down to finish up the zipper neatly. That's a professional way to finish your zipper to your band. You can see it over there. You turn it out, then see. Make sure that side and the other side are well equal. You can see the inside. Now the next thing is for us to sew down our band on the right side or on the left side, whichever way you want to sew it down. You can also, if you don't want your sewing to be visible, you can use your hemming gum to sew it down, then tack later. And also at that band side, you can decide to top stitch on that rubber side. So I'm going to be doing that. I will top stitch on that band again. You can see the way I'm doing it. Top stitch on that band. Please like this video, share it for that soulmate. So we are done. We are almost come to the end of this tutorial. So the next thing is for me to place the hemming gum down. I